All right, well, I'm looking forward to this conversation today about AI. We've got a very good group. First off, we have Tim Ancona, David Knoup, Mark Perez, and my name is Sebastian Igreti. It's good to be with you guys and have this conversation about AI. How significant have AI tools like ChatGPT been for your personal productivity?
Where I've gotten the most value out of kind of like ChatGPT is when I had to do repetitive work. I've had a couple situations where I get a hold of a whole bunch of data, but there's one thing wrong with every row of data. And so how do I fix that is challenging. And back in the day, it would be go in and I would delete that comma or whatever it might be. And now what I've learned is I could take that and say, please take the following data, remove every second comma, and return it back to me in a format. And it's unbelievable. In seconds, I get it back.
Tim, I just used, I was signing up for a service and I wasn't sure if the terms were right. And for the first time ever, didn't read the terms and conditions, the 50 pages, but I took them all, dropped them in ChatGPT, and I asked it to summarize it. And then I asked a follow-up. The concern I had, I said, is there anything in these T's and C's that are trying to take advantage of me in this way? And ChatGPT said, no, you're fine. I was like, okay, great.
It's interesting.
On the legal front, I feel like, we're in a period of time right now where an attorney would be reluctant to admit that they're using ChatGPT, right? It almost feels like they're cheating. But my guess, and I'd be willing to bet money on this, is that 2-3 years down the line, the answer will be, of course I use ChatGPT. It's irresponsible for me to not use it because my cost to you as the client will have to be much higher because I'd be doing all this stuff manually.
Right.
So we're going to make that transition over the next couple of years where it's going to be the given, and sort of the responsible thing to do the basic stuff.
Right.
Would any of us agree to hire a CPA that said, at my firm, I don't allow anyone to use a calculator? I mean, it's not too dissimilar.
Well, I would take it a little different. I'd say, would you hire anybody who said at our firm, we're not allowed to ask Google for advice?
Need to recognize how quickly this is changing. In fact, just this week, the advancements in ChatGPT 4, I believe it is right now, has really kind of changed that game. Its ability to not pause, but almost like a person, react to comments almost instantly, for its ability to take in not only text, but video and evaluate emotion and a lot more context to it. So this is moving really fast.
Had you asked me what AI will look like 10 years ago, I would have thought it'd be something that's amazing at math, very precise, not something that's creative at all or very useful, sort of like Data from Star Trek, if any of you are Trekkies out there. And the surprising thing is that right now, today, ChatGPT and its competitors are incredibly effective at the creative work, like on the marketing front, as a brainstorming partner, as just an idea generator. How is Tycomics currently integrating AI into the business process?
So all the developers are starting to utilize Copilot, which is an AI tool from Microsoft, helping them not necessarily writing the code for them, but really interpreting what they need to write and making them more efficient at getting it done. So they're able to, solve the problems for our clients in less time. A little bit simpler way we're using AI is using an AI assistant to listen in on our meetings. That AI assistant is taking the recording, the notes, any comments that are made in that meeting, pulling it all together, summarizing, documenting any decisions that were made, and creating tasks for people to be able to follow up on from that meeting. And certainly a huge benefit there.